is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
You all ready for this? Mm-hmm. Dun, 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 dun.
This is a sham.
No.
Y'all, just stop. Get real.
Welcome to DBL. Hello, everyone. Hello.
What's going on?
It's lovely to see your faces today.
I'm happy to see you guys too.
It's really good.
It really is.
I was sitting here thinking like we're gonna do the show, but I was like, it's good to be sitting with y'all.
It really is.
Let's
We're blessed to be doing that. Hashtag blessed. All right. There's been a lot going on with this whole Joe Rogan Spotify misinformation story that we've been following. So if you didn't know, Joni Mitchell and Nils Lofgren from Springsteen's E Street Band have joined Neil Young in demanding that their music be removed from Spotify because of podcasts on the platform like Joe Rogan's that they say spread COVID misinformation. Harry and Meghan have also expressed their concern. The two have a huge deal to produce content for Spotify, which is reportedly worth $25 million.
Are they concerned enough to get rid of that contract?
No. Well, they were concerned and they might be, but
it's
now
the concern that's right underneath 25 million.
Correct.
Okay.
It's right under there. Now Joe Rogan is finally responding to all of this. So if you didn't see this, he posted a 10-minute video to Instagram, and here's some of what he said.
I'm not trying to promote misinformation. I'm not trying to be controversial. I've never tried to do anything with this podcast other than just talk to people. My pledge to you is that I will do my best to try to balance out these more controversial viewpoints with other people's perspectives so we can maybe find a better point of view.
Okay, he also is going to have a disclaimer now, which, Lindsay, you literally suggested on our show the other day. And Spotify has now made very transparent their rules, which they didn't have before. What do you think, Linz?
I think that Spotify took him to the office and said, listen, you're our breadwinner, we get it, but we have everyone else that amounts to more money than you bring in. And so that's everybody against you now that Meghan, Harry came to the table. And so even though no one was probably threatening Spotify to leave, they were like, you have to do something about this. And I think once Spotify realized there's a little more money on the table than they thought, Joe Rogan decided to cooperate, because even though he has autonomy with his podcast on Spotify, he still works for somebody and like is under an umbrella, and he can be let go. So I think he kind of decided to get it in order. And that was his version of, I'm not fully cooperating, but I'll bring two opinions. I'll still keep the controversial one, and I'll bring somebody else to the table and just try to balance it. So I think that's a good way to meet in the middle and have the conversation without making it look like you got bullied on either side.
That's true. Well, as I mentioned earlier, Spotify is also responding to all of this controversy over the weekend. The Spotify CEO announced that the company will add, as I said, content advisories to any podcast episode that includes a discussion about COVID-19. They also published, as I said, their platform policies for the very first time. Erica, what do you think about this? And also knowing that their stock dropped $4 billion over this, guys. Not a little thing. This is big. What do you think about this?
Well, when we initially started having this conversation about Neil Young leaving, I said Spotify sides where the money resides. And
it rhymes, so that was good.
It's very true. It's to the point, and that's how corporations go. It's all about the bottom line. But when you look at it from the standpoint of Joe Rogan has been bringing in consistently, I mean, he's a significant part of their bread and butter, right? So they're not going to go with anyone that doesn't even touch a Joe Rogan on that platform. However, when you look at other ways of which your money and places your money resides, such as stocks, such as other artists who could follow suit, and maybe this is a domino effect, then yeah, Spotify is taking this very seriously. I think in the beginning, it was almost like this thing where, you know, everybody kind of wants to like sit back and see how it all plays out. But then when it gets louder and louder, then yeah, it's time to do something. And I think that they've made very baby steps, and they might make bigger adult steps if the stocks continue to drop and if more artists continue to say that I'm not going to be on this platform.
Which I think will happen. I think we're going to see a domino. I know Brene Brown, who's a great speaker, is saying, I'm worried about my Spotify podcast now with Joe Rogan. Do you think this content warning will do anything?
Absolutely not. But it's just like, you know, when you're watching TV and somebody does something crazy on a hang glider and it says, don't try this at home, and you're like, I wasn't. So if you're going to do it, or you're going to listen to this kind of information and apply it to your life, you were already going to do that. And if you weren't, you weren't. I think the bigger thing we learned from all this Spotify thing is it seems like they're in the podcast business and not the music business. I mean, think about the leverage that one person had over. Neil Young isn't some up and comer. He's
Let's hear it for Neil
titan.
Young.
And so I started thinking this morning about, well, let's talk about listening time. Like a podcast is what, 3.5 hours? How long is Neil Young? 3 minutes? So who's got the leverage there? Who's got enough places to sell advertising? I think we learned, as Spotify learned, that you want these big chunks where you're going to hold these listeners rather than like, oh, I like Neil Young, I don't like this song. Now you take your Spotify off. So I think Joe Rogan proved the power of podcasts, if nothing else.
That's true, unless Taylor Swift says I'm also going to drop out, and then they have a huge problem.
That would be a big
problem. I just want to let everybody know that I'm very happy with what they did. I'm a person who likes freedom of speech, even for speech I don't like. I don't want Joe Rogan to go away. I just think when you do medical misinformation like that, it's like yelling fire in a theater. It's not protected, it's dangerous, and it needs to be monitored. That's it. So I'm happy with what they did, and I'm glad that they'll have a content warning and that the rules are more transparent. The Super Bowl is 2 weeks away. I watched all the football matches.
Yeah.
I can't believe that.
There was an intercept. There was an intercept.
Tori, you've been watching the season.
I have.
Every time Jeff and I talk about a game, you have a little knowledge of the game.
What's the occasion? You just want to get involved?
I get into playoffs because it brings the room together and I want to make friends.
Okay.
So that makes sense, right? Okay. We finally know who's playing. It's the LA Rams. They will host the Cincinnati Bengals on February 16th. Excuse me, the 13th. You've got to see this 86-year-old Bengals fan. His reaction to the Bengals' big win, which was huge, went viral yesterday. Take a look at Grandpa Jim.
This is so awesome. How happy are you, Dad?
Oh my God. His family has now set up a GoFundMe to try to get Grandpa Jim to the game. Clearly, he's going to go.
Yeah,
if you're NFL, make this happen, right? This is clearly
Have you seen those tickets?
How much are they? Every time I throw out a number, Al's like, not even close.
Yeah,
I think Grandpa Jim's about halfway to a ticket with $3,700.
Buddy. I mean,
are they that expensive? You went, right?
Yeah, I've been to two, but one I didn't go to the game. I would say like a regular ticket's about $3,000, $4,500. So, I mean, and it's an experience. So if you go.
Is it worth it?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Well, Grandpa Jim needs more than just a ticket. He needs a hotel room. You know, he probably needs like 10 grand on that GoFundMe. So
my grandmother
pick it up.
My grandmother-in-law was 104, and she watched the Cubs win. She's from Chicago, and we were like, oh my God, Cerise, are you excited? She goes, I'm going to bed. I could care
There we
less.
go.
And I was like, come on, that's
Let's get Jim some dollars so he can go see his Bengals.
Right?
Does anybody else think it's crazy that the Super Bowl was never in the same location as the team that was playing, and it happened twice in like 2 years, I think?
Yeah, so it'll
like
be
Tampa, LA. Like,
that's right.
Feels a little bit. I know I'm being a conspiracy theorist. It feels a little bit rigged to me. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I went to the one that was in Minnesota, so I would have much rather been in Tampa Bay.
Minnesota, we love you. Coming up on DBL, a man's mugshot goes viral. Does he deserve a hot felon title? I can't believe I'm saying this. Or do people need to stop glamorizing people getting arrested? And road rage to the extreme. We'll show you what was caught on camera in one of the driver's own dash cameras. It is scary. Closed captioning provided by.
So much is happening this week on DBL. You're not going to want to miss a day. Queer Eyes Jonathan Van Ness dishes on the Fab Five. The legendary Vivica A. Fox joins us live. Heartthrob Taye Diggs discusses his new children's book. And Jeopardy's Mayim Bialik stops by. Plus, sex therapist Dr. Tammy Nelson shares why monogamy is dead. This week is Can't Miss TV, only on DBL.
I like how casually she holds it. Like, I don't know.
If you guys could go to any major sporting event, including a big-time boxing match, starting with Lindsay, what would you do? You had tickets to any.
I'd love to go to a Mayweather boxing match in Vegas. Sit first. Not first row. I don't want the sweat on me, but like third row.
Black zone.
Yeah, exactly.
You could go to any sporting
I
event?
see Erica going to a basketball game. Game 7.
I'm there.
I-
That's what I want.
Yeah, I guess. I don't. You know, I worked in an NBA arena for
so-
quite some time. So unless the tickets are just like absolutely stellar, I'm like, yeah, I was on the court.
Yeah, I've sat on the court with a
Never
microphone.
sat.
What about y'all?
I've never sat in the court. I would want basketball, and I'd almost want March Madness.
Oh, that's fun.
And be on the Final Four.
Yeah,
and be like on the floor, like Jack Nicholson style.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how that goes.
I've never been.
But I mean, I've been in the Final Four, and it's weird because they hold them in these huge venues, and I heard that it throws the players off because there's,
So loud,
50,
right?
60,000 people there because there's so many.
They had to do a silent count, which I learned. Stafford, no. Was it Stafford? No, the other one, Burrow. You couldn't hear. It was so loud. He had to do this for your hut. That's a silent.
in an accent.
I know.
That was my football. It was so loud, and they had to do the count like this, which was very exciting. But I always feel bad for the team after, the ones that lose. Oh, they cry. Devo or Davo?
Debo Samuel.
Oh, he was
crying.
You know way so much about sports.
I think they were like.
Welcome back. This is not easy, but we do have some sad news to talk about. Former Miss USA Chesley Christ has died. Chesley was 30 years old, and police are investigating after her death after she apparently jumped from a New York apartment building yesterday morning. Chesley was crowned Miss USA in 2019. She was the oldest Miss USA to ever win the crown at the age of 28. She was also a civil rights attorney, a fashion blogger, and entertainment news correspondent. This is Chesley's last Instagram post. She captioned it, "May this day bring you rest and peace." Erica, what did you think when you heard the news?
I did not personally know Chesley.
I was gonna ask you.
I remember being very excited to be on a panel with her last year as somebody who I had really celebrated and cheered for from afar. But I called my mom and I just cried with my mom because she really represented so many things in terms of just how you can really be the beauty, be the grace, be the brains, capitalize on opportunities, and be an inspiration to so many other people. And, I saw a lot of posts saying, check on your strong friends. And I just want to tell people, first of all, don't put that burden on people to be the strong one in your circle all the time. I don't know, I remember saying to my mom yesterday, I can't imagine what she was going through, but I can eerily empathize with what she may have been going through, especially at that time of my life when I was 30. My mom came and flew from Chicago to Denver unannounced just to check on me. And, if you are going to check on your strong friend, check on that person with a level of replenishment, because people put so much pressure on themselves that the world can't even imagine what they're actually going through. So if you are that person that's super strong in your life for the people around you, make sure you're checking on yourself first. The first thing I did was make an appointment with a therapist because it's been a while since I did a mental health check-in. And I would just encourage anybody who sees themselves or feels some empathy with this situation to really do the same.
Wow, beautifully said, Lindsay.
No, I think you're right on, and I didn't know her at all either, but I said that when I looked at all her posts, how happy she was. I saw Gayle King posted and said she was jovial. I had friends that have shot with her from magazines, and they all described her in the same way, as constantly happy. And I know as somebody who constantly puts that happy energy out there, nobody really knows when I'm sad. Tori might sense my energy sometimes and be like, what's wrong? Because I'm always smiling. And so as somebody who we constantly saw smiling, it's important to check if people are okay. Because I know that I kind of go into a bubble. Luckily, I have Colin that kind of helps pull me out, but it's hard when we have social media and that's your way to check. It's just oh, they're smiling, they're good, but really get on the phone and call people and have real conversations. I was with my friends this weekend, and the first thing we sat down, I'm like, how's everybody doing? And then they were all like, good. I'm like, for real, right? Because you just don't know. So I think it's important to just have each other's back, like you were saying, and just check on each other and make sure that everybody's really okay.
I love what all of you said. I know I've been there into that dark, dark place. And if you can find someone who's gotten out of that hole, they can teach you how to get out of that hole. Find someone. We're going to put up a full screen right now. Please take a screenshot of this. This is just a couple of numbers that you can use to spread to friends. If you don't know how to bring it up, even text them this picture. We are here for you. You are worth it. We see you. You are valuable. Here's the suicide hotline again. We'll be right back.
The IRS began accepting 2021 tax returns on January 24th, but the agency is still trying to finish millions of 2020 taxes. Many of them are paper returns, which are taking months to process. And as Americans get ready to file their taxes, a top Google search trend is the question, how long is it taking the IRS to process paper returns? So let's verify. Are you more likely to receive your refund faster if you file your 2021 tax return electronically? Our sources are the IRS, accounting firm Keystone CPAs, and National Taxpayer Advocate Aaron Collins, an independent ombudsman within the Department of Treasury. Last summer, Collins' office found the average paper return took about twice as long to process compared to an electronic return. In her annual report to Congress this January, she said the IRS was excruciatingly slow at processing some paper returns. She found some cases where it took weeks just to open an envelope and up to 8 months for paper filers to get their refund. Meanwhile, electronic returns begin processing within a few hours, and most taxpayers received their refund in a few weeks. The advocate's office blames multiple factors for the backlog, like Congress requiring the IRS to divert resources to COVID-19 related issues, including the processing of stimulus checks. Keystone CPAs recommend its clients file electronically and encourage them to use direct deposit to receive their refund even quicker. So, it's true, you are more likely to receive your refund faster if you file your 2021 tax return electronically. Of course, that's not possible for all individuals or businesses, such as returns that require attaching lengthy documentation. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Welcome back to the show. All right, we've got some shocking video of a road rage incident caught on camera. I do want to give a warning to our viewers. What you're about to see is graphic. If you need to look away, feel free. So in the video, you can see a man grab his gun from the center console and open fire at another vehicle that is passing. He shoots 11 or 12 times at the other car. Luckily, thank God, nobody was injured. The man is being charged with a felony aggravated assault with a firearm. This is where we are?
What do you have to do to get attempted murder nowadays?
Can we talk about how he seems more scared than like...
How calm? Right? I thought that too. When you're road rage, you expect rage. There was no rage. It was calm, which is eerier.
Yeah. This is strange. Lindsay, I don't know if you have any words for this. I just look at a person that has probably never fired a gun and has always, like when it's in your car, you're almost weirdly itching to use it. And I think he did. And it scared him almost more than the other driver. I mean, as soon as he fires that first shot, it's almost like the gun is on its own. It's doing its own thing. And he just has to be along for the ride.
I mean, he quietly, calmly waited. There was no sort of affect on his face. That's what worries me. We're losing that even surprising feeling about anything underneath.
We were talking about this briefly off camera, and you were bringing up like your boyfriend Collins.
Oh, well, this is down south too. This happened in Miami, right? So he was saying, you know, up north we constantly like hold the horn down. Like everybody knows that in New York it's kind of like disrespectful. But I haven't been in any crazy incidents. I know we see them on the news sometimes, but down south you don't see the same incidents because people, Collins said, they know a lot of people are gun carriers, gun owners. So in this case, I don't know what the situation was before it got to this point.
Another car passed, and at one point he cut him off, this gentleman. Then he came and threw what we allegedly think was a water bottle at the car, and that's when he was waiting for him to come to play revenge.
See, that's why it's just like I don't play with people. Even with the beeping, I'm just like, you got it. If you want to cut me off, enjoy.
It's not worth it.
You might be in a rush. Like I'm not playing with anybody because that's not worth losing your life.
No, there is the number one battle that my husband and I have in the car is if he's driving, he feels the need to use the horn. Like he's like, that that's what it's here for.
Wow, Anthony.
And I'm from Chicago, and I don't do that.
No.
Like I do not. If somebody is going to be that unhinged on the road, I assume that there is something else happening, and they are willing to escalate and probably have less to lose than I do. So I don't do that. And he'll do the whole, like, you know, going back and forth with the person, like they're cutting each other off. And I'm like, legit, like, let me out of this car. Let me out, because I think people, he's like, well, in Canada, we use the horn. I'm like, that's in Canada. Y'all barely got guns there. What are you talking about?
Everyone's so nice in Canada, too.
Yo.
Oh, man, that's really funny. All right, well, this internet is losing it over another hot felon.
Is it me?
It's not you. Does it look like you? This is 37-year-old Jonathan Cahill from England. The police are looking for him after he breached the terms of his release from prison, and they want him to go back for his burglary sentence. Does that mean he escaped? There he is next to the other well-known hot felon, Jeremy Meeks, as you recall, became a well-known model after his mugshot went viral. Al, how do you feel about this?
Oh, I love that you went to Al.
Honestly, I'm just surprised that there's not an agency that only represents hot felons at this point.
My God.
Everybody needs a niche, and look, we all get discovered in different ways. Period. It's hard. There's a lot of attractive faces.
You don't think this is kind of like exploiting or like elevating someone that's done something really wrong?
Everything is exploitative. The Cash Me Outside girl then took her fame and became super famous, and she's still famous. What you do is, when you get a chance to put your whatever you do on display for the country, well, in this case it's his face, you got to take it. This is America.
What he put on display is the robbery.
He burgled. Yeah, that's what he put on display.
That's what he put on display.
We're not talking about the burglary, though, are we?
Both of them are handsome. I mean, they might start to be like, you know what, you're going to have to take whatever you came to take.
Do you think this is exploitive towards or sort of elevating someone that's done a terrible thing?
Of course it is.
Okay.
I mean, there's no debate about it. I mean, do people deserve a chance at redemption? I do believe that people deserve that chance. But also, are we encouraging, because well, I'm not even asking the question. We are encouraging other people to figure out a way to get their faces and names out there, whether it's legal or not, because now we've told them that there aren't really extended consequences for it. In fact, you could be famous. But let me just tell you, for every Cash Me Outside millionaire, there is a whole lot of people who are just sitting looking real dumb with the very dumb decisions that they made, and that does not equate to dollars. So I just want to let you know that that's a 1 in a million chance.
Al always says this, people are dying for likes.
Yeah,
literally.
Look, he's trying.
Let me ask you a question. How much do you think Jeremy Meeks is worth? That is the other hot felon.
Well, he was with the billionaire heiress, right?
Right, and then he went on to do, I think, some reality shows, I think. Well, you want to know how much he's worth?
How much?
Just under $10 million.
Okay, there it is. There's my.
But the lightning doesn't strike. It doesn't strike that often.
If your destiny was to be a model, maybe that was his destiny, Erica.
But Jeremy Meeks was how long ago?
Years.
And now we just got this one guy who maybe.
There were a couple of women in between that we covered.
Oh, God.
And where are they now? Did they marry the Top Shop billionaire heiress?
They didn't marry the agency that I'm proposing.
They just got bread. They didn't actually marry the bakery.
I think this guy's got a future. Couldn't you see him in like a movie like Snatch or something? Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Barrels?
He burgled. We're sharing your comments.
Is that a real word?
Coming up with us next. It is a
Yes, it is.
To burgle's a verb. Okay. It's a verb.
No one's ever used it.
We'll be right back.
It is a word.
It is a word.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
I'm Ariane Till.
And I'm Brandon Lewis. We're the national hosts of Verify. The federal government started mailing free at-home COVID-19 tests and distributing face masks, which prompted us to fact-check several claims that started circulating, including a rumor that would-be robbers are handing out chemical-laced masks, if free masks are available yet at local pharmacies, and whether the CDC counts at-home COVID-19 test results in its case data. Soon after, President Joe Biden announced a plan to distribute free N95 masks, a post began circulating on social media and by text. It claims to be a police bulletin and warns people are going door to door handing out masks laced with chemicals that knock you out so they can rob you. So let's verify. Are these crimes actually happening? We checked with these sources for an answer. It turns out versions of this post have circulated for almost 2 years. We found police agencies around the world have posted there are no documented cases in their communities. Kalamazoo, Michigan deputies labeled the post false information and believe whoever created it is intentionally trying to scare the public. So we can verify there's no evidence robbers are handing out masks doused with chemicals as claimed in a bogus police bulletin.
Speaking of the federal government's N95 mask giveaway, Verify viewer Susan asked us, are free N95 masks available at your local drugstore, and how many do you get? So Susan, let's verify. We went to these sources for an answer. The White House says the masks will go to tens of thousands of pharmacies and thousands of community health centers nationwide. Some regional stores, like Meijer in the Midwest, have confirmed they already have the masks in store, while other major chains, including CVS, Walmart, and Walgreens, say they expect to start giving out masks in the next few weeks. The Department of Health and Human Services says you're limited to 3 masks per person, although details on how pharmacies will track these masks isn't available just yet. So it's true, free N95 masks are available at your local drugstore, or they will be in the next few weeks.
While you're at the drugstore, you may be able to pick up a COVID-19 test. The federal government ordered private insurance companies to create a network of pharmacies to distribute tests free of charge or reimburse people up to $12 per test. Verify viewer Judy reached out to us on Facebook to ask whether the CDC counts at-home test results. So Judy, let's verify. Does the CDC count positive results from at-home COVID-19 tests in its case data? Here are our sources. The CDC tells Verify that it recommends people who test positive on a home test report the results to their doctor, who may order a second in-office test. However, the agency says, quote, the U.S. government cannot require the reporting of over-the-counter test results, and because self-tests cannot be verified, the data from self-testing is unreliable for public health analysis and action, unquote. So, no, the CDC does not count positive test results from at-home COVID-19 tests in its case data. Some state or local agencies are requesting but not mandating people report positive at-home results online. If there's something you want verified, send it to us. We'll see you back here next week with answers to more of your questions verified.
So much is happening this week on DBL, you're not going to want to miss a day. Queer Eye's Jonathan Van Ness dishes on the Fab Five. The legendary Vivica A. Fox joins us live. Heartthrob Taye Diggs discusses his new children's book. And Jeopardy's Mayim Bialik stops by. Plus, sex therapist Dr. Tammy Nelson shares why monogamy is dead. This week is Can't Miss TV, only on DBL.
It's going to be a very good week. One thing is to burgle is a word. That's good to know.
I was waiting for it not to be. I looked on Urban Dictionary and was ready to prove you wrong.
I
started with Urban Dictionary.
That's not where we go. And secondly, Alita brought up a great point. If you do have strong friends and they are depressed, it takes a lot of energy to make a phone call. Perhaps ask them if you could come over and maybe text or call with them. The energy isn't there to save yourself. We're with you. You're valuable. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye, guys.